this episode of Off the Script, number 171, part number 2, for your Sunday, May 28th, 2017! I got news on WWE blaming their ratings drop because of the absence of both Brock Lesnar and John Cena. Are you fucking kidding me? Absolutely ridiculous. WWE, once again, does not know how to look themselves in the mirror and realize what the real problem is. You! It's not John Cena or Brock Lesnar. We'll talk about it right here on Off the Script. Also, huge update on X-Pac, Sean Waltman, and his drug arrest case in California. What is the verdict on that stemming from a few weeks ago? Also, Jeff Jarrett, like a fucking asshole, reportedly has an expectation for Impact Wrestling talent to work for free. Are you fucking serious? What is with this episode, man? 2 fucking goon stories on Off the Script today. Also, Brie Bella has begun training for her WWE comeback after she just gave birth to little birdie Joe. Also, creative plans for NXT revealed as Bobby Roode is being lined up with a new challenger. Who is it, and what's going to be the main event for NXT Takeover Brooklyn this coming August? All this, plus so much more, right here on the number 1 fucking podcast, right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. This is, of course, episode 171, part number 2 of Off the Script for May 28th, 2017. I want to thank everybody that came out to the House of Glory show last night in Jamaica, Queens. House of Glory presenting Adrenaline, the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Anthony Gangone for the House of Glory World Heavyweight Championship. We also seen Leo Rush versus Cashflow Ken Broadway for the House of Glory Crown Jewel Championship. All of that will be seen in the coming weeks. I will definitely let you guys know what's going on with that. And I want to make an announcement here. I did talk to House of Glory management, and me being on the Bischoff Network, the IRW Network, irwnetwork.com, you will exclusively see House of Glory content via my subscription channel on the IRW Network. That is only the best matches with commentary from yours truly. It is going to be fucking awesome. I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. irwnetwork.com. You can sign up for free now up until June 1st. And starting June 1st, it is going to be paid subscription. On June 1st, you guys will see the first ever episode of Off the Script Retro. And you're going to get the 1992 Royal Rumble. And we're going to run through WWE back in the 90s, man, starting with Ric Flair's monumental win at the Royal Rumble. So look forward to that. It should be fucking epic. I already got my subscription to the newsletter, Dave Meltzer's newsletter of the Wrestling Observer, man. We're going to go back and we're going to read the dirt. We're going to read the rumors and how things came about. All the juicy gossip leading up to all that back in the 90s, man. So it should be fun. IRWnetwork.com. Please go and check it out. And you'll see my channel right there in the marketplace, man. I do want to make a quick mention, man, and I don't mean to come off nasty, nor do I want to. I know a lot of you guys watch the podcast each and every week, each and every day when I upload an extra, and I get through my my promotions and my sponsors and the advertisements. I just want to make it aware for everybody, okay? I am not going to leave timestamps in the video. Timestamps to me is pretty much telling myself to go fuck myself. Because I want you guys to watch the video, okay? You can listen to anybody do a podcast, man. Whether it's on Podcast 1 with JR or Jericho or Stone Cold Steve Austin. And they break mid-conversation to talk about a bed for 3 minutes. Okay? Do you slight them in any way for talking about a bed and a mattress for 3 minutes while we're doing a podcast? I mean, go listen to Bruce Pritchard. Bruce Pritchard. I fucked that up. Go listen to Bruce Pritchard and Something to Wrestle With and his podcast. How long his advertisements are mid-podcast. They'll talk about fucking furniture for fucking 4 minutes. And they'll try and sell you on a 30% discount because you're listening to their show. It's just the way of the business, man. And I do it because YouTube is Off the Script's main platform. And the ad revenue right now, according to Grimm, he has stated that it's going to get better and that YouTube is aware of the issue when it comes to wrestling content being non-advertiser friendly and the reason why we're not getting ads on wrestling related content. So hopefully they are working towards a solution for that. But in the meantime, I gotta push Patreon. I gotta push Audible. I gotta push Barbershop Window for the t-shirts. I gotta push Loot Crate. I gotta push any means to keep everything at least semi-normal. Because right now, nothing is normal, man. So if you guys have a problem with that, if you guys have a problem with the sub-stories, if you guys have a problem with anything, shove it up your ass, really. And suck it up. Realize that what you're complaining about here is what everybody else does. If you don't like it, skip ahead. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? You'll find on your own when the news and rumors starts. I'm not going to be the one to provide it for you because me as a content creator, I want you guys to watch and I want my watch time to be up. I want you guys to watch everything. I don't do this because, it just, is beneficial for me. I do it because it's a great deal for you. I'm giving you guys shit for free just for fucking sitting here and listening to me. I'm giving you guys coupon codes. I'm doing unboxings. Wrestle Crate sends me boxes, and Pro Wrestling Crate sends me boxes. That Wrestling Club sends me boxes. I have an obligation to these people because they are a working partner with this podcast to push their product out. Meanwhile, they're sending me stuff on the house because they believe in the fucking audience that we have here. It's a business relationship, man. It's business reasons. So you guys got to understand why I do it. If you don't like it, skip ahead. Seriously. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not leaving you guys timestamps, okay? But with that being said, thank you to everybody that has watched. Off the Script yesterday did fucking magnificent numbers, man. I looked at the first hour. We did, I think, more views in the first hour than I think any Off the Script I can honestly remember. I think I should take another break and give you guys that feeling of dread. Oh my God, is JD dead? Is he coming back? What's going on with the channel? Maybe I should take another vacation for you guys because you guys seem to have missed me dearly, and that means a lot to me, man. I didn't know how important I really was to a lot of you guys, but, with the time away, I seen all the comments, and I seen the comments on yesterday's video, and I seen the numbers on yesterday's video. We're almost at 1,000 likes, not even fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's fucking ridiculous, man. That little teaser trailer I posted on Friday, you guys did like over 2,100 likes on that motherfucker, man. Holy shit. You know, it was nothing but a fucking, with epic music behind it, man. I don't know where I found that music, but it was through my, my YouTube partner, man. It was fucking beautiful. I'm like, I heard that, I'm like, I have to use that, because I love those epic scores where it's just like, you're fucking riding into the battlefield and you're about to battle a fucking fire-breathing dragon, man. It's fucking awesome. But at the end of the video, you didn't see a fire-breathing dragon. You seen fucking Kevin Dunn sitting there. Kevin Dunn, JD, why don't you just appear like Nakamura? You know, he thinks he's going to win Money in the Bank. You know, he's got to go to the dentist because of all that soy sauce, man. It's going to yellow his teeth. Nakamura. Yeah, Samoa Joe, he's got to go to the doctor too, to fucking liposuction all that fat, because all the chicken sandwiches, Samoa Joe. You know, we seen that asshole sitting at the end of the video, but regardless of Kevin Dunn, man, I'm glad you guys missed Off the Script. I'm happy to be here. As always, thank you for all your love and support. Patreon is the best way to support that cause, man, with Off the Script. Patreon.com/JD2OMY206. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the early access yesterday for part 1. If you guys want to continue getting those small benefits, man, plus an exclusive Q&A, exclusive rights to Discord, that is all there. That's patreon.com/JD2OMY206. Audible is still a big sponsor of this podcast. audibletrial.com/offthescript. They're giving you guys 30 days free to try their service out with one free audiobook of your choice, no matter what. If you guys want to cancel within the 30 days, you get to keep your audiobook for free, man. So it's compatible with iPhone and Android. Over 180,000 books to choose from. A lot of those are wrestling related. A lot of you guys cashed in on AJ Lee. Crazy is my superpower. A lot of you guys love the Daniel Bryan book. You guys can get whatever you want, man, just for listening to this show. audibletrial.com/offthescript. We are a couple of days away from the end of May, man. Let's hit a fucking grand slam and knock those subscriptions out of the park, man. So sign up for audibletrial.com/offthescript for your free audiobook and 30 days of Audible for free, man. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript for your Off the Script t-shirts. That is the official online shop of this very channel and this very podcast. Thank you guys thank everybody for buying t-shirts this week. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. The new JD is Negan, or it's not new, but it's fairly new. JD is Negan t-shirt is on there, man. A big, big seller. Probably the most popular t-shirt that we've come out with. The JD is Negan Get Off My TV hit list is a hot seller as well, so make sure you guys go and check that out. 9 different designs, $19.99. They ship worldwide, and they're going to make you look good this summer, man. I want you guys strolling into an indie wrestling event, man. Whether you guys want to go to House of Glory or House of Hardcore or CZW or fucking whatever you guys doing, man. NXT, WWE. I know WWE's got a big Madison Square Garden show. I want to see some off-the-script t-shirts there, man. So if you want to look pretty, if you want to look good this summer, not only going to a wrestling event, if you want to stroll on into Six Flags and ride the fucking monster roller coasters there, man. As long as you're representing Off the Script, it's all worth it, man. Off the Script on Barbershop Window. That's barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Thank you guys for all that, man. Follow me on Twitter at JD2OMY206. And you guys have asked me, JD, why do you have a profile picture of Brian Kendrick there? Because I'm a man with a plan. That's why. That's all I got to say about that. And hit that subscribe button, man, down below if you guys want to be subscribed to the #1 wrestling channel on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script. And hit that bell for the notification so you guys are aware of when I do upload. WrestleCrate.com, man. If you guys want some of the best in monthly subscriptions for pro wrestling related content, man, WrestleCrate.com, and follow them on Twitter at WrestleCrates. They got new management. The box is kind of thin. The box is kind of boring, but it says under construction, new crates coming soon with the devil horns. We got this. I want to thank everybody over at WrestleCrate for, again, believing in this podcast to get the word out about their product. And yes, my coupon code is still working, man. This is under new management. They're gonna fucking do this thing bigger and better than ever. And inside this box, I'm hearing as an exclusive to WrestleCrate only Kenny Omega item. I can't wait to see what it is. I don't know what the fuck it is. I've kept off social media, man, so I don't know what's going on. But follow them on Twitter at WrestleCrates, okay? And tell them that JD sent you from Off the Script, hashtag Off the Script. And then if you guys want to go to the website to find out more about them and see the tiers of subscriptions that they have, you can use my coupon code at checkout, man. My coupon code is still very active. JD sent me, all one word, man. JD sent me for 10% off your first purchase, man. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. And without any further ado, let's open up this crate. I'm excited to see what this Kenny Omega item is for the Wrestle crate in the month of May, man. And I'm loving what I see so far. Loving what I see so far. We got a Bray Wyatt WWE Mattel action figure, man. Look at that. That is sweet. This alone is like 20 bucks. This alone is like 20 bucks, man. In this series, we have John Cena, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Sergeant Slaughter as the legend. You got Tamina and Sasha. I would have loved Sami Zayn, bro. Come on. I would have loved Sami Zayn. But Bray Wyatt's a good one, man. He'll be going on the wall somewhere with the rest of my collectibles. So that's awesome, man. This alone is worth the price of admission for this box. Awesome stuff already from the fine people over at Wrestle Crate. This might be the Kenny Omega thing, man. I don't know. Is this it? I don't know. Is this t-shirt it? No. Wrestling Society X t-shirt right there. All their t-shirts from Barbershop Window, 1 Hour Tees, or ProWrestlingTees.com, man. So you guys know you're getting great fucking quality shirts. Wrestling Society X. This will be a shirt worn right here on Off the Script. Did they send me a large? Yes, they did. Good job, fellas. Good job right there. Love that. So, you know, when they're in business with Pro Wrestling Tees, man, that it's quality fucking shit. Don't tell me this is the exclusive Kenny Omega thing, man. This is beautiful, but Wrestle Crate, Kenny Omega pin. Look at that. Look at that, man. I hope that's not it. That would be kind of underwhelming, bro. But I'm loving these pins, man. I got so many of these belt pins and whatnot. When I get a bulletin board somewhere in here, I wanna hang all this stuff up, man, and pin them to the board. But that's awesome, and look at the detail on that with the sunglasses and the hair. Kenny Omega, man, future WWE champion. I predict that. What do we got here? RF Video proudly presents Ringside Rumbles Volume 1. DVDs are a thing of the past, but this is pretty cool. We got Amazing Red versus AJ Styles. Amazing Red actually owns House of Glory, if you guys didn't realize that. Sumi Sakai. I called her match at New World Rising last month for House of Glory. She was in a tag team match, the first ever women's tag team match for House of Glory. She goes up against Daisy Hayes, Candido versus Matt Striker, Teddy Hart versus Homicide, Masato Tanaka versus CM Punk. Ooh. Sounds like a good match. I mean, Low Key, Spanky, and Homicide versus the Sat and CM Punk. Sabu and Raven versus Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman. Classic ECW there. Rick and Scott Steiner, the Steiner brothers versus Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, and Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws, man. So that is the match listing there. You can see that. Volume 1. Ringside Collectibles. Pretty cool there, man. What do we got here? Wrestling School. Don't know what this is. A film about following your dreams, even if it hurts. A documentary about the Santino Wrestling Academy. There you go. Wrestling School. That's that. Never heard of them before, but it is what it is, man. What is this? Batista? This looks like Batista in some alien form. I don't know what this is, but he's holding a knife and he's got a thumbs down. And he's looking like he's carving into a tentacle. Don't know what that is, but pretty cool artwork there. Different. Different for Wrestle Crate. We got stickers here. I'd rather be watching wrestling. Real wrestling. Not the shit we see on Monday nights. Savage Stash. I don't know what this is. Business card. Authentic Collectibles. You can go to thesavagestash.com. The cream of the crop for authentic collectibles. What do we got in here, man? Oh my god. This autograph is probably worth fucking everything. More than this crate, man. We got Pro Wrestling Illustrated. PWI. WrestleMania 33, the real winners and losers. The whole show was a fucking loser. There you go. Sorrow and Joy. So that's pretty cool, man. PW Inside, PW Illustrated. Just going over a bunch of shit, man. You know, so that's pretty cool. I don't read, but it's cool. It's cool to have laying around. You know, you got to go fucking do number 2 in the bathroom. You can take that with you. But this may be the best thing about this whole thing, man. It's in mint condition. This is fucking awesome, and I gotta hand it to the people over at Wrestle Crate, man. They did a fantastic job with this crate because the wrestling figure and this autograph is worth more than any subscription that they're offering right now, man. This is valuable stuff, and I love this type of stuff. One of my favorite WWE superstars ever, someone that I thought had his career cut very, very short. Unfortunately, did not really, you know, get the opportunity to really, really hone his career and just, you know, nail down his career as one of the best ever. Really. But this is awesome, man. Edge. Look at that. That is fucking beautiful, bro. That is a beautiful fucking picture. The autograph there, the glare. Sorry about that. That's beautiful, man. That is absolutely fucking beautiful. WrestleCrate.com. Follow them on Twitter at WrestleCrates. And if you guys are in the USA or if you're subscribed to WrestleCrate UK, you guys can use my coupon code via both sites. All their information will be linked down below in the description. WrestleCrate.com and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. Tell them JD sent you from Off the Script. Tell them that you love the crate. And if you guys are interested, 10% off your first purchase. We got JD sent me as the coupon code, man. So make sure you guys check that out. Thank you to everybody over at WrestleCrate for once again believing in Off the Script and getting this fine product out there, man. Unbelievable stuff. That autograph and that figure is worth the entire box, man. So thank you to WrestleCrate once again, and I look forward to next month's crate for the month of June. Now, guys, another word or the same word from the general, man. I don't start a podcast without hearing from the broken one and his broken brilliance, Matt Hardy, and then we'll get into WWE news on this Sunday morning right here on Off the Script. But a word first from the general and his broken brilliance, Matt Hardy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Broken Matt Hardy. This is JD from New York. Actually, delete to JD from New York. I am Cletus Vessel. Make sure to check out his wonderful show, Off the Script. It's absolutely delightful.
Just a small correction, guys, before we get into the news. It's not at WrestleCrates. They changed their handle on Twitter. It's at WrestleCrate USA. So once again, if you guys are interested in WrestleCrate, I just seen the postcard that was in the box. It's at WrestleCrate USA. That's on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So make sure you guys go and check that out, all right? We're going to start off with this story, man. I want to talk about the creative plans for NXT. They've been revealed after NXT TakeOver Chicago. The next challenger for the glorious one, Bobby Roode, revealed. Now, NXT TakeOver Chicago, fucking unbelievable show. Fans enjoyed another great event from NXT as always. TakeOver is always great. But it's now time to start thinking about what is next for NXT and what feuds the powers that be have planned. Now, Adam Cole is not going to play a factor into these plans. I read as of this morning that Adam Cole has not signed with WWE yet. And let me pull up the article that I did read about Adam Cole. Update on why Adam Cole has not signed with WWE. Apparently Impact Wrestling, you know, and all their bullshit want Adam Cole as well. But Adam Cole's not going to Impact Wrestling. He'd be a fucking goddamn fool to go to Impact Wrestling. So let me do this first before we get into Bobby Roode. Adam Cole is among the ex-Ring of Honor talents that have not officially been offered contracts by WWE. This does not mean that he's not going to WWE. He most definitely wants to go to NXT. He's publicly said it. The reason is because of whatever the legal issues are with WWE in regards to allegations of contract tampering from Ring of Honor. So WWE is trying to lay back a little bit. If they go after Ring of Honor talent immediately after their contract is up, Ring of Honor has this thing that WWE's tampering with them and talking to talent while they're still in the contract with Ring of Honor. Can't be doing that, okay? So WWE wants to make sure their bases are covered. WWE is being very careful when they go after Ring of Honor wrestlers, so there is a waiting period in most cases. Since last year, the word has been that Cole is likely headed to NXT. He has finished up his commitments with Ring of Honor and independent promotions, and he is not taking any bookings. Other names like Kyle O'Reilly, Donovan Dijak, and Bobby Fish are taking bookings, and they are expected in WWE. So the fact that Cole is no longer taking dates probably means that he is signing sooner than the other guys. O'Reilly and Fish were at House of Glory last night. They challenged EYFBO for the House of Glory Tag Team Championships. EYFBO, also known as the Latin Exchange in TNA or Impact Wrestling, whatever the fuck they're being called nowadays. They are the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions as well. He will probably be pushed as a major star on NXT, but it's worth noting that Impact Wrestling is also trying to sign him. My guess here is that if WWE is the place to be, that's where Adam Cole wants to be. Because you're not going to make your name in TNA. You're not. I don't give a fuck who you think TNA is. I don't give a shit if you're a fanboy. You're not going to make a name for yourself in TNA. Okay? You're not. That's actually a strike against your career if you go to Impact Wrestling. Adam Cole is going to NXT. Simple. There's no reason why he would not go to NXT. Look at all the talent that's there. That's where you thrive. You want to work under Triple H and be made into a superstar, or do you want to have a withering career with Jeff Jarrett and Impact Wrestling? Choice is simple. I don't have to tell you guys. But unless they're throwing this guy fucking CM Punk John Cena type money, he ain't going there, man. So it is what it is. I think he's still headed to WWE. So that's the update on Adam Cole. Adam Cole's not going to play a factor into anything having to do with Bobby Roode in the NXT Championship right now. I thought he would be at Chicago Takeover in the crowd like Drew McIntyre was in Orlando. Didn't happen. So we might see him in Brooklyn. We don't know yet. We're going to have to wait and see. But as of this writing, the NXT TakeOver event that will be held in August will be the third edition of TakeOver Brooklyn. There may be another NXT event at Full Sail University over the next few months, but nothing has been announced yet. It's being reported that WWE officials already have creative plans in place for Bobby Roode after Chicago, but the big question is whether those plans will span over the next 3 months going into Brooklyn. Now, Bobby Roode will be entering into a new feud now with Drew McIntyre. Now, McIntyre was not a part of the actual TakeOver show. He was in a match with Wesley Blake that was filmed for this week's TV tapings that took place from Chicago. It was taped before the actual Chicago event. But he will have a bigger role on NXT television moving forward. WWE officials have big plans for McIntyre to become a top babyface for the brand now that he's returned to the company and transformed himself into one of the best talents in the industry. Bobby Roode went ahead with his title defense against Shinsuke Nakamura, won the championship from Nakamura. He's also overcome Hideo Itami after NXT TakeOver Chicago. Roode has been a dominant force since his debut in NXT, which means a new contender needs to emerge as his foil heading into the summer. McIntyre is a familiar face with a really aggressive in-ring style that could challenge Bobby Roode's title reign, especially if their rivalry lasts until Brooklyn. Elsewhere, Asuka continues her historic NXT title reign, breaking Bill Goldberg's record as of lately. Unfortunately, Ember Moon's injury has been revealed to be much more severe than expected. She could be on the shelf as long as 6 months. That's news to me. I didn't realize that at all, and I didn't hear anything besides this story about Ember Moon. I didn't hear anything about that. And I've been on top of, even in my absence, of all the news, and I didn't see anything about that. Hopefully that's not the case. Which will change creative plans for the Empress of Tomorrow, because Asuka vs. Moon seemed to be the plan heading into TakeOver Brooklyn this year. It's unclear right now what direction the division will take. Well, looks like WWE might be setting up Kairi Hojo to win the tournament, this Mae Young Invitational, and that may be Asuka's foil, man, but we're going to have to find an opponent for Asuka for TakeOver Brooklyn. I don't think anybody's lined up right now. Maybe Nikki Cross? I don't know. Doesn't really seem like a huge match, even though I'm intrigued by that matchup. It's not a big enough match. Not taking anything away from Nikki Cross. It's just not a big enough match for Brooklyn. So, I don't know. Maybe somebody coming out of the tournament gets the chance to challenge Asuka at TakeOver Brooklyn. I don't know. But right now, plans are clearly changing. It's unclear which direction WWE is going to take the division in. Tommaso Ciampa. He is going to be out a significant amount of time, as we discussed on Off the Script yesterday. His betrayal against Johnny Gargano after losing the NXT Tag Team title match at TakeOver Chicago against the Authors of Pain in that great ladder match. They were supposed to be heading into a rivalry, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Authors of Pain, on the other hand, they will be entering a rivalry, just like I knew, with Heavy Machinery. The new team will be emerging onto the scene now that DIY has split up and the Revival have moved on to Raw. Paul Ellering's tag team of monsters are dominating NXT right now, so establishing a new babyface team is a great idea. This is why I feel like breaking up DIY is going to be okay, because with the rumors of Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish coming in as Red Dragon to NXT, I mean, that should solidify another great team right there. So I think that would be okay, and the Johnny Gargano-Tommaso Ciampa split will be a lot better off for it, because we're going to get a great one-on-one rivalry whenever that takes place there, but we'll also have Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish coming on into NXT, and they'll take that spot as another quality tag team. So you have Authors of Pain, you got Heavy Machinery, you'll have Red Dragon, you got, you know, the team of Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. You got Sanity, if you guys want to get another team in there with Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf, you know. And I didn't review NXT. Speaking of NXT, I did not review NXT this week because I took a few days away. I did watch NXT this past week. And I want to make mention here, being that we're talking about NXT and certain things that are going on in NXT right now. I did see Patrick Clark, or the Velveteen Dream, as what they're calling him now. I don't necessarily like them just calling him that. I would like them to call him the Velveteen Dream, Patrick Clark. I don't think Velveteen Dream is sufficient enough for a wrestler. So hopefully that changes. But whatever the case may be, man, I was very down on him the way he was when we seen him months ago. Seems like the months away from NXT television, he got himself in the mindset to hone that character down. And even though he went against a bum and a jobber, his in-ring athleticism and his skill raised my fucking eyebrows, man. I gotta give it to him. He's physical, he's stiff, and that fucking elbow drop off the top rope was absolutely fucking gorgeous. So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm not a big fan of that gimmick. I don't think that gimmick is going anywhere. I think gimmicks like that have a very, very small ceiling. But if he can pull it off with that type of athleticism, man, I'm going to give him a chance. I really am. I think Patrick Clark really, really opened up a lot of eyes on his debut match as the Velveteen Dream on NXT at that Chicago taping, man. I thought it was very, very well done. But speaking of that, moving on, Paul Ellering's team right now getting into a feud with Heavy Machinery. We need a babyface team. It's going to be like two monster teams going at it, man. Like fucking King Kong and T-Rex, man. It's going to be awesome. Hideo Itami. We don't know what he was doing after Chicago. We seen on WWE.com that he flipped out in the locker room and Cassius Ohno was in his path of destruction. Some people believe that Hideo Itami versus Bobby Roode would continue after Chicago, but WWE officials revealed plans for Hideo after his loss to Bobby Roode. During a backstage segment on WWE.com as an exclusive, Hideo Itami became furious in the locker room following a loss and spat a lot of his venom in Cassius Ohno's direction. The segment was not necessarily a heel turn for Hideo, but it seemed like Hideo Itami versus Cassius Ohno will be a rivalry for the foreseeable future. Along with the rivalry between Ciampa and Gargano, Roderick Strong's rise as a top babyface in NXT against Sanity. NXT programming is full of exciting storylines and feuds right now after Takeover Chicago, and as of this writing, it seems like there is 3 months between now and Takeover Brooklyn. So there's a lot of time for these feuds to develop and possibly some new faces, such as Adam Cole, baby, to arrive in NXT before the next TakeOver event, man. A lot of that is exciting stuff. I am shocked at the Ember Moon situation, man. I was told she was going to be out 4 weeks. So 4 weeks turned into 6 months. I got to do some more research on that. I'll fill you guys in if I do find anything. But if you guys have any articles or anything reported by Meltzer, which I didn't see, let me know, because that's news to me, man. Ember Moon going to be on the show for 6 months. I don't know about all that. Hopefully it's not the case, but a lot of exciting stuff coming up for NXT, and I think a feud between McIntyre and Bobby Roode is going to be fucking fantastic, man, because McIntyre has looked great. He's looked fucking phenomenal. He looks in the best shape of his fucking life. He's steady. He's focused. Bobby Roode is just fucking unbelievable. Gonna be a great match, man. That is going to be a main event worthy. That could main event SummerSlam. Never mind fucking TakeOver Brooklyn. That's how great that show is gonna be, man. I can't wait for it. Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre for the NXT Championship coming very soon to NXT television. I don't know why. I don't know why WWE is so fucking. They're so blinded by certain things, man. They really are. And they're so ignorant. And they're so stubborn. I can be too. But this is just downright ridiculous, man. WWE ratings and the drop in ratings, they're blaming on the absence of Brock Lesnar and John Cena. I mean, are you kidding me? Can WWE look themselves in the fucking mirror with a straight face and honestly believe that is the case? No, not at all. I mean, John Cena, yeah. I mean, it's a small spike in ratings. A very, very small spike. One that's not going to move the needle all that much. Brock Lesnar, yeah, he's a main event attraction. Yeah, when he's there, it's more important. Yeah, I understand why they're keeping him off television, because they're thinking it's bringing prestige to the title, and when Brock Lesnar's there and the title's there, it's going to be, oh, it's big. You know, but you got to get this through your skull, man. You got to get it through your skull. Cena and Lesnar will not be there forever. They're not. Eventually, you're going to have life in WWE without either man. And then what are you going to do? Who are you going to blame it on? You're going to blame it on fucking Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. You're going to blame it on Nakamura and AJ Styles next. The reason why WWE ratings have dropped, okay? Number one, when you got a fucking basketball final in the NBA of the Warriors and the Cavs again in what is a scripted sport, you know, give me a fucking break. Obviously, that's going to get the simpletons' attention, and obviously that's going to take them away from watching wrestling. They're either going to DVR the wrestling and then watch it at a later time when it's more convenient for them, and they're going to watch the basketball game live because they want to see who wins the NBA championship. So, sporting events that are around wrestling with the hockey and the Stanley Cup Finals and the NBA Finals, and then obviously you got your baseball mixed in there, that is all a factor for WWE's ratings being lower than ever. Okay? I don't want to make that the underlying fucking biggest thing, but those things hurt the bottom line. Why are WWE's ratings dropping? Well, I don't know. Monday Night Raw is fucking garbage every fucking week. I mean, give me a break. 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. And this is not something that is news to anybody. 3 hours is fucking cringe on Monday nights, man. 2 hours is the sweet spot for Monday Night Raw. WWE creative, especially on the Monday Night Raw side, is not set up to succeed to write a 3-hour show. You can't have a 3-hour show with a beginning and an end, and everything else in the middle is fucking completely missable. You can miss the entire show and not miss anything. You watch how it opens, you watch how it closes, and in the middle you can watch it on Twitter, you can watch it on YouTube, whatever the case may be, man. And to me, that makes no sense. The middle is the most important, you know? Yeah, look at it as a sandwich. You got your bread, you got your top and your bottom, right? You got your top being the top of the hour at 8 o'clock. You got your bottom at the end. What's in the middle? Is it stale meat? Is it fucking moldy cheese? Is it soggy lettuce and soggy tomatoes? Do you got just bone dry fucking no sauce on there? No fucking, no spread, right? Nothing. What do you got on there? You got nothing. Nothing appetizing there. Nothing that's gonna savor you can't savor the flavor in the middle of a Monday Night Raw. You got nothing in there that's going to appease your fucking taste buds. It's all fucking garbage. It's junk you don't want to put in your body. That's what it is. That's the simplest way for me to put it to you guys. And that's their direction every fucking week. Monday Night Raw is monotonous, stale, repetitive garbage. There's nothing different about the show. Nothing. The one time we seen change on Monday Night Raw was the first Raw following the draft. Ever since then, people were like, oh my God, Monday Night Raw's changed. They're going to go in a new direction. What did they do? They gave you something new and fresh and actually a creative direction. What happened from then? The very thing that I mentioned in that review video. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get too excited. Take a few steps back and think of the bigger picture. Monday Night Raw is going to deteriorate every fucking week from that moment on. And that's exactly what they did. They reverted right back into what makes them the most boring show in all of professional wrestling. There's nothing that stands out about Monday Night Raw. You got the same opening segment every fucking time. You got one guy come out. You got another guy come out. They start the show off, bickering back and forth. Theme music goes off. Another guy comes out. Theme music goes off. Another guy comes out. Theme music goes off. Another guy comes out. Here comes the GM. Let's book a 6-man tag. Come on, bro. I mean, you have the best fucking roster that you've ever fucking had. And this is what you're doing? And then you want to know why people are abandoning the show. You want to know why people are jumping off this sinking ship. It's ridiculous. There's only so much someone can take. Then we got 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown. That's 5 hours right there. You know? I'm not even including fucking 205 Live, which is another hour. Talking Smack, which is another 45 minutes. That's 5 with SmackDown and Raw. 205 Live, 6. Talking Smack, 7. That's just on a Tuesday. Then you go to NXT, which is 8. Another hour, right? And then some weeks you got a fucking pay-per-view, which is another 3 hours. 11 hours. And then maybe there's a UK special, which is 2, 13. Bro, way too much wrestling during the week. Way too much wrestling during the week. This is why I don't watch 205 Live. I'm just burnt out. If I watched that extra hour and a half of 205 Live and Talking Smack, I would be burnt out. So I don't watch it. I watch it when I watch it. I'll fucking go binge watch a bunch of them back in the day, back from when it started, on the WWE Network. That's what they're there for. It's on demand. I'd rather take that hour and apply it to NXT, which I actually enjoy, And then I got Lucha Underground coming back on this Wednesday. So how much wrestling can I fucking watch, man? People are burnt out. Then you got the WWE Network. You got a 24 special on Finn Balor and a fucking special on Kurt Angle and all this other fucking shit that they're doing. Stone Cold Podcast coming back. Bring it to the table. Total Divas. Whatever the fuck they got going on over there, man. It's too much. Too much. Back in the day, when you had 2 hours of Monday Night Raw every Monday, you had nothing else. You had SmackDown. You had 2 hours of Raw and 2 hours of SmackDown. Right? Back in the day. Those 2 hours, when those 2 hours were over, you couldn't wait. You couldn't wait for the following Monday to get here. Because you wanted to know what was going to happen to Vince McMahon or Stone Cold or The Rock or Kane or Mankind or The Undertaker. Whatever the fuck they had going on back in that crazy era. Those 2 hours, it just gave you so much and it sucked you in that when that show was over, you couldn't wait for the next Monday's Raw to come. It was the end of Monday and you couldn't wait till next Monday. You had to go through a whole fucking week of non-wrestling related TV shows just to get to your wrestling again on Monday. Now we go from Raw to SmackDown to NXT to this, to this, to this, to this. Come on, man. At the end of a 3-hour Raw, you're not ready for the next Raw. You're ready for a fucking 9-hour fucking snooze fest to get you ready for your next day. That's all you want. You're ready for bed by the time 8:30 comes around on Monday Night Raw. Never mind 11. Some people don't even make it through the fucking show. I have to because this is what I do. But you want to know why the ratings are dropping? It's not because of John Cena and Brock Lesnar. What do they take up? 15 minutes of a segment? So you got 2 hours and 45 minutes of a fucking Monday Night Raw that is going to be minus Brock Lesnar. How are you going to pin and blame the ratings on two men who are merely 10 to 15 minutes of one segment on a 3-hour show? Do you realize how ridiculous that sounds? Instead of looking yourself in the mirror and realizing, wow, our creative sucks cock. No, you're going to blame it on John Cena and Brock Lesnar not being there. You're going to blame it on the guys who are there, who have been given the shaft left and right, who haven't been built up properly, right? There's nobody on that roster outside of AJ Styles, even him. He's not a John Cena-esque superstar, okay? There's nobody on that roster right now. that's even close to a John Cena or a Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns is not even close. Shinsuke Nakamura is closer to being a John Cena-esque, I guess, entity on WWE television than anybody else on that roster right now, just because of everything that he's done. He's got the look, he's got the fucking feel, he's got the atmosphere, he's got the in-ring ability to be everything that John Cena is right now. He is a rock star. Shinsuke Nakamura is. He's the closest one to even coming close to John Cena, and he's not there. That's WWE's fault. It's WWE's fault. You know? That's what they want to do. They want to put all their resources in giving Roman Reigns 4 WrestleMania moments. Meanwhile, they're watching their roster deteriorate into a bunch of great wrestlers that nobody cares about. Look at the storylines. Jinder Mahal, 4 weeks, give him the WWE Championship. You don't think people are going to fucking care? You don't think people are going to realize, well, wasn't this guy losing 7 months straight on Monday Night Raw? Now he's the WWE Champion? Why the fuck should I care? You're going to watch for the initial shock because you don't realize that WWE could be this fucking stupid. You know? How many people pay attention to the interwebs and the newsletters and the reason why WWE gave the title to Jinder Mahal? How many fucking people realize that, all right, they're giving Jinder Mahal the title because they want to do business in India? You know? The casual fan doesn't know that. The asshole fan knows that. So, the majority of their audience is a bunch of Roman Reigns. You know? Those are the people watching the show. So when you give the title to Jinder Mahal, and there's no reason behind it, but okay, this guy was a fucking loser for 7 months, and now he's the WWE Champion after 4 weeks. You're gonna watch that and be like, what the fuck are they doing? You're not going to be looking at the internet and be like, oh, they gave Jinder Mahal the title because they're doing business in India. They want him as the champion. They want him to look good. They want to fucking build network subscriptions, this and that. You think fucking, the Hick family with Billy Ray Joe and his fucking, and his son, right? With the fucking straw hanging out of his mouth, and his wife thinking about, hey, honey, did we milk the cows last night? You know, do you think they're thinking about that shit? You think they're thinking about business in India, right? No, they're looking at their kid. Look at Roman Reigns. Oh, he's so great. Look at his greasy hair. You know, come on, man, ridiculous. That's why the ratings are dropping. No, they want to blame it on John Cena and Brock Lesnar not being there. Give me a fucking break, man. That's like I don't know, that's like me saying, oh, the Braves didn't win the fucking World Series because of Chipper Jones and his slump. You're gonna blame it on one man? Are you out of your fucking mind? You're gonna blame a team of 25 men on one man? Come on, bro. Or you're gonna blame the whole fucking collapse on well, you probably could blame it on Mark Wohlers in '96 because he's a fucking asshole. But you're gonna blame it on one starting pitcher when you got 5, right? Come on, man. It's a team effort. Why is WWE failing? Why are the ratings dropping? Because it's a team effort. You're not gonna blame it on Cena and Lesnar. They're not even fucking there. And when they are, they're there for 15 minutes a show. Lesnar doesn't wrestle on Monday Night Raw. Maybe if you had Brock Lesnar wrestle in the main event for 20 fucking minutes, maybe you'll see a spike in ratings. You know? Anyway. The actual article here about this topic, Meltzer stated that it was John Cena and Brock Lesnar about the 2 biggest draws. He was asked who the 2 biggest draws in WWE are right now, Cena and Lesnar. That might not be what WWE fans want to believe, the way they are pushing Roman Reigns, but it's the facts. However, the Monday Night Raw numbers did increase when Braun Strowman was on the show, destroying Roman Reigns. Ever since Braun Strowman has been out with his elbow surgery, ratings for Raw have dropped, despite Roman Reigns being the focus of the show once again, and the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar remaining absent from television. So, good job, Roman Reigns. Will they blame it on Roman Reigns? Of course not, because Roman Reigns is invincible to WWE. They'll blame it on somebody else. They'll blame it on Samoa Joe. The episode after WrestleMania 33 was a huge ratings jump for WWE. 3.76 million people watching the show. However, Undertaker did not show up after his loss to Roman Reigns. The fans booed Roman Reigns out of the building, and neither Brock Lesnar nor John Cena was anywhere to be found. Because we all know, and we've been programmed to watch the Raw after WrestleMania, because it's a night where we cheer people we normally boo, and we boo people we normally cheer. Fuck you, Kevin Dunn, okay? For feeding that rubbish to the announce team. We do that every night of the year. Not just on the Raw after WrestleMania. They fucking retarded. This week, WWE had a huge match planned with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins battling Bray Wyatt and Samoa Joe. Those 4 men, plus Finn Balor, are battling at Extreme Rules for the opportunity to fight Brock Lesnar at some pay-per-view in July that is aptly named one of the worst ever in WWE history. You guys know that one. That episode of Monday Night Raw brought in 2.615 million viewers, the lowest total of 2017. The Wrestling Observer newsletter this week, it was reported that WWE was booking slow at this time because they know that numbers won't pick back up until the summer. As a result, fans are tuning out, and the WWE has to hope that they tune back in when the summer hits. It doesn't help that the 2 biggest stars are absent in Brock Lesnar and John Cena. One thing that many experts are not considering is the fact that WWE is currently competing with, what did I just tell you? The NBA playoffs, and LeBron James, and the Golden State Warriors. So it's going to hurt them, and WWE knows this. So it's going to hurt us. WWE realizes that that's going to hurt them, and WWE in turn is going to hurt us, because we have to suffer through fucking garbage, because they're not going to book appropriately, because nobody's going to watch, nobody's going to tune in. You don't book that way. You're supposed to tune everything out. You book the show that you have to the best of your ability, no matter what else is going on. Why are you going to sabotage your show? Because, well, people aren't going to tune in. They're going to be watching the NBA playoffs or this or that. But you're going to sabotage your show and book it half-assed because of what else is going on. Are you fucking serious? It's not the way I'd operate business. The WWE has a plan to lure fans back once the summer arrives. While there is no way the WWE can compete with Monday or Tuesday night games featuring Cleveland and the Golden State Warriors, June will see the return of WWE's biggest draw with Brock Lesnar. Lesnar is due back on June 12th for Monday Night Raw, and the Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that he is booked for 3 episodes before he defends the WWE Universal Championship at Great Balls of Fire on July 9th in Dallas. Who that's against, I don't know. I'm picking Seth Rollins as of now, as we discussed on Off the Script Part 1 yesterday. Sportskeeda reported that Monday Night Raw had their biggest ratings when Brock Lesnar was on the show leading into the Royal Rumble. Lesnar routinely brings over 3 million viewers to Monday Night Raw every time he is booked to appear. Lesnar also helps the live house show attendance when he shows up to wrestle there as well. SmackDown Live has also struggled recently, while AJ Styles is still a huge draw and is a top 5 merchandise seller, and Shinsuke Nakamura should bring more views to the product as well. The absence of John Cena clearly hurts SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live was actually beating Monday Night Raw in attendance when John Cena was on the show earlier this year. Since WrestleMania 33, John Cena has been out shooting movies in Hollywood, and attendance has dropped. Even Backlash, a pay-per-view event, had low attendance, under 10,000 tickets sold, which we discussed about Jinder Mahal winning the championship and being put in the main event. People just were not interested after the build that they seen with the Maharaja. SmackDown Live also hit ratings lows this month with only 2.175 million viewers on May 16th. They did have an uptick the episode after Jinder Mahal won the WWE Championship at Backlash, but the numbers were still low. Cena won't be back until July 4th. Whether or not John Cena and Brock Lesnar can save Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live is debatable. For now, the ratings and attendance numbers are down, and the WWE is just holding out till the summer to work on building them back up again. So it just goes to show you what I discussed already before we read the article from the newsletter from Meltzer. It's exactly what I discussed. And all the reasons I gave you are completely 100% valid. And that's the reason for the ratings drop in WWE. It's not Brock Lesnar or John Cena. Yes, they're going to help a little bit, but it's not going to make a huge difference. It's probably going to help with attendance at the live shows, at the house shows, yes. But as far as ratings go, there's right now just too many outside things going on outside of professional wrestling that fans are going to be more interested in, because wrestling right now is not bringing the viewer in the way that they should. They're not giving you compelling storylines. They're not giving you things to tune into next week. They don't book the next show. You know, they leave you hanging all week, and then they want to fucking go on Twitter like 2 hours before the show, and they want to set a main event up? You know? Why don't we know the main event on the show that we're watching for the next week? Give us at least something to look forward to. Like, oh, fuck, I can't miss that. I want to watch that. You know? The small things like that, WWE does not do. That all adds up. That might pique people's interests. But they don't do it. They just don't do it. The ratings are not to be blamed on John Cena and Brock Lesnar. WWE's ratings drop should be blamed on creative and the way that they're handling programming moving forward. You can't blame it on anybody else right now with the way things are going. What else do I got here, man? I got a few Jinder Mahal stories. I think I'm going to save one for tomorrow. I got news on Sean Waltman and his arrest. This is pretty interesting because we discussed Sean Waltman, you know, being caught with drugs at LAX. They arrested him. He was taken to jail, and they released him on bond, and he was taking a piss test and a hair follicle test, and he went on Sam Roberts, and he went on TMZ, and he went on Ryan Satin, and he proclaimed his innocence. And I know the guy had a history of drug problems, and he looked clean, and he sounds great, and he's getting his life back together. He's got his own show. He's back in the public eye. Why would you do that to yourself? How stupid can you be? I was one of the few people that said, you know what? Give him the benefit of the doubt. If he's saying all this in front of the public and on his own show, why would he embarrass himself on his own show? He would lose all credibility. That was my mentality going into it. But with this latest update, it looks like Sean Waltman is in the clear. Former WWE superstar Sean Waltman, also known as X-Pac, was arrested in April when he was on his way from Los Angeles to the UK for an indie pay-per-view appearance. The Sean Waltman drug arrest was for what police called meth pills, as well as cannabis candy bars. However, Waltman claimed that the pills were not meth, and it looks like his claims were legitimate. Sam Roberts, who worked closely with WWE, went to Twitter last night and posted that the district attorney rejected the Sean Waltman drug case and that Sean is cleared of all charges. Waltman said after his arrest that he wasn't mad at anybody and understands why nobody will believe his side of the story based on his past. However, Waltman said that there was at least one officer at the airport who seemed determined to arrest him whether he was guilty or not. That's just how they are. You know, that's just how they are. They see this guy, he might have recognized who he was. It's like, oh, this is a big pro wrestler, right? This pro wrestler guy. I'm going to fucking stick it to him. So that's what they probably did there. Sean Waltman told TMZ Sports that he was just waiting for the lab reports to come back. He said that they had pills that were sent in for testing, and they were not meth, but instead treatment for a yeast infection. And I quote, with my past, I can totally understand anybody rolling their eyes at my story. Once the lab work comes back, this should be all cleared up. And in the meantime, what a mess, man. What a mess. End quote. TMZ also reported that Sean Waltman subjected himself to a lie detector test in order to prove his innocence. A polygraph examiner named Rachel Levy came onto the Sean Waltman podcast, X-Pac 12360, and put him through the testing. After it was over with, she determined that he was telling the truth. A little bit too far there. I mean, that's just crossing the line. It makes you look desperate in that case. But, you know, if you're true to your word, you're true to your word. You don't need to bring someone to do a fucking polygraph test on your podcast. You know? But he's in the clear. So, of course, the polygraph test on his podcast was disputable. Which isn't disputable is the results from the lab that were tested. And the testing was done. If Sam Roberts, who the WWE brings in occasionally for pay-per-view pre-show appearances, is right, it looks like the lab tests were enough to clear Sean Waltman of any criminal charges. Interestingly, it was lucky the Sean Waltman drug arrest took place in California. In most other states, the possession of cannabis candy bars could have resulted in arrest and conviction. However, in California, the police couldn't arrest Sean Waltman for the possession of marijuana, and the alleged meth pills were the only thing he could face charges on. When it comes to whether he was taking meth, again, Sean Waltman was very upfront in an interview with TMZ Sports. As Waltman said, he used meth back in the day and was very bad with it, and there was no way he could be where he is today if he was still on meth. And I quote, "I was one of the worst meth heads ever. If I was going back to doing that, there's no way I could have the life I have right now. My life is amazing. This is just a hiccup in the road. I'm clean besides the cannabis." Sean Waltman's drug arrest came at a very tough time for the former WWE superstar. Waltman was working with WWE in certain areas and was actually helping out with some of the younger talents down at the Performance Center. The arrest could have caused the WWE to take a step back from his contributions to the company. It was said last year that Chyna, the former girlfriend of Sean Waltman, died after a long battle with drug addiction. The two were codependent on each other for years when it came to their addictions, and Sean had expressed sympathy when she passed away. Sean Waltman's drug arrest was something that most people followed his WWE career on could have easily believed. However, this time it turned out to be Waltman was telling the truth about the entire incident. Good for him. Good for him, man. Like I said, give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that he would risk his reputation right now after having a new podcast and going on Ryan Satin and going on Sam Roberts and going on TMZ, which is nothing but tabloid trash, and then going on his own show and then just saying this, I'm innocent, you gotta believe me, and then, not really mean it. So, good on him. I'm glad everything's cleared up. I don't know what happens with all that money that was put up front to bail him out on bond. I don't know if he's going to get that back or not, but I'm just glad for his case that it all worked out. Little hiccup in the road, like he said, he can move on to continuing his life and doing what he does best, and I wish him nothing but the best. So, Waltman and all that drug drama dropped, not enough to convict the former D-Generation X member. We got news here on Jinder Mahal, man. I want to give you guys an update on Jinder here about his steroid allegations, because he continues to talk about it. And the more he talks about it, the more I'm going to say, you know what, this guy is on something. That's just my opinion. I mean, the guy could be successful. He's 30 years old. He's still young. He's in the fucking prime of his career. Not even in the prime of his career. But, listen, he looks great. That's what WWE wants. So, who the fuck knows, man? I don't know. Nobody knows but Jinder. If he's telling the truth or not, whatever. Now he's the WWE champion, right? And he had a huge upset victory over Randy Orton at Backlash. Jinder Mahal is still faced with steroid use allegations. Obviously, he's a lot more leaner. He's a lot more muscular in appearance compared to how he looked during his first WWE run with 3MB. And then obviously when he came back, Mahal has been accused of gaining his new body through performance-enhancing drugs. And while he's previously taken to social media to maintain that he's improved his physique through hard work and a proper diet, the self-proclaimed Maharaja of WWE once again addressed the steroid allegations in a recent interview, insisting that he has never failed WWE's random drug testing since his 2016 return. In an interview with the Times of India, recently crowned WWE champion Jinder Mahal touched on several topics, starting with his remarkable rise from a low-card jobber to SmackDown Live's top champion. Talking about his 2011 to 2014 run with WWE, where he was part of the jobber stable 3MB, Mahal admitted he wasn't giving his 100% at the time. I mean, who the fuck would? I mean, if you're straddled with that gimmick, why would you even want to fucking give 50%? You know, it's like, come on, dude. I know I'm worth more than this. This is what you got me doing. Same thing with Drew McIntyre, man. Bullshit. This is in line with similar comments Jinder previously made on Jericho's podcast, where he admitted that his time with 3MB was a downtime of his career as a pro wrestler, with a surprise push that culminated in him winning the WWE Championship to say little of a new ripped physique that contrasts how he looked back during his 3MB days. Jinder Mahal has been accused of steroid use even before his move to SmackDown Live via the WWE Superstar Shakeup, and that kickstarted his big push. Mahal made sure to address the speculation once and for all when the Times of India pressed him about the matter. I don't know what type of criticism that was, said Mahal. And I quote, I worked hard at the gym a lot. All the WWE talents are drug tested by third-party agencies, and I have been tested multiple times and never had an issue. So, my transformation is all diet and hard work. I am a tested athlete like every other WWE wrestler, unless your name is Brock Lesnar, of course, or John Cena, or anybody that is of the gold standard in WWE. I have no special privilege, nothing like that. I look like an athlete, I perform like an athlete, I carry myself like an athlete, and WWE was not hesitant to put me in a WWE title match, end quote. As some other sources documented, Jinder Mahal and the steroid use rumors started late last year at a time when he was still very much a jobber and losing almost every single match he competed in since coming back to the WWE last summer. This very dramatic and very sudden change in physique and increase in athleticism led many fans to assume he was using performance-enhancing drugs. But he hasn't just been fans spouting such theories, but fellow wrestlers as well, such as former WWE wrestler Ryback, who was known to have a big mouth on his podcast, Conversation with the Big Guy, Ryback accused Jinder Mahal of steroid use, saying that he looked like someone suffering from, now, don't mind me if I mispronounce this, gynecomastia? I don't know what the hell that means. Or, in a simpler term, the swelling of breast tissue that often results from anabolic steroid use. I quote, and this is from Ryback, "I noticed they did a close-up of his fucking chest, and I just noticed it right away," Ryback said in quotes published by Comic Book. "I've never had anything like that because I don't. There's no reason to. When you get gyno, red flags right off the fucking bat." Ryback would know. Now that Mahal is fresh off upsetting Randy Orton at Backlash and winning the WWE Championship, he acknowledged that there's additional pressure from fans and from the WWE in general, which he believes he could continue to thrive in. And that includes fans from India, where Canadian native Mahal's family originated from. According to Jinder, Indian WWE fans are extremely passionate, which I know that they are, about Mr. Roman Reigns. They're very passionate, and he hopes that his ongoing success in the company would motivate more Indian fans to enter into being a fan of wrestling, and more Indian people of Indian background to enter the wrestling business, or simply get into sports instead of getting into drugs. Anything is possible, especially in Punjab. There is a huge drug problem right now, so stay away from that. Take care of your body and respect yourself. End quote. So that's the latest on Mahal. You know, people are clearly asking him still about the steroid use. It just makes you wonder, man. Is this all something that was planned? You know? Was this planned? Did WWE get him primed and ready to look that way because of what we're seeing now with Jinder Mahal? Would they give Jinder Mahal the WWE Championship in a spot that he has now, the way he looked when he first came back? No, it wouldn't. It's like, we got business in India. You're our biggest Indian export right now, right? So what do you want? We got to get you looking like a top athlete. If we're going to do business in India, we're going to rely on you. Speed up the process. So, I mean, you can't blame me for thinking that way. Maybe this was all a plan from the get-go. Mahal, India business, we'll give you the WWE title. We'll push you as a big guy, but you got to get into the role. You got to look like a top guy. How you going to look like a top guy? You're going to look like a top guy by working hard? Huh? How long is that going to take? Not 2 months! Give me a break, man. Something clearly going on, but it's not out of the realm of possibility for my logic to be something that is a reality. It's not. You know? I don't know. Whatever the case may be, man, we won't know. Jinder is the only one who knows. If he's cheating the system, he's cheating the system. Whatever. You know, it's none of our business. It's none of our business. We watch wrestling for the athleticism. We watch wrestling because it's a soap opera for men, right? We watch because of different variables. Doesn't give a fuck what they're doing. Doesn't give a fuck what they look like. We are watching because we want to see athleticism. We want to see big guys. We want to see guys who look the part. Jinder looks the part. Leave it at that. If he's doing steroids, if he's cheating the system, what difference does it make to you? Is it going to affect your life? No, it's not. So let him do what he's got to do. I don't care. I just don't like a cheater. I just don't like a cheater. So there you go. Especially that, you know, if you're trying to get ahead of the system and bypass everybody else below you because of what you're putting in your body, there you go. Is what it is, man. I'm not going to concern myself with it. It's being talked about. It's still a big story, being that Jinder Mahal and the Maharaja is a big talking point right now. People look at Jinder and automatically think steroids, so that's why I reported that and his interview with the Indian Times there. Brie Bella has begun training for a WWE comeback. As you guys know, Brie and Daniel Bryan welcomed their first child, Birdie Joe Danielson, into the world on May 9th. The Danielsons will be adjusting to their lives as parents for some time, but Brie has started training to get back into better physical shape. However, she mentioned during a recent video that her training would get her back in the ring someday soon. Brie Bella has the following to say about a potential WWE comeback, and I quote, "Now I'm just going to kind of take you guys on the journey of myself getting back into shape, getting my abs back, and hopefully getting back in shape to get in that ring someday soon. Maybe not very soon, but definitely soon." Obviously, it's going to take her a little bit to get back into shape, being that she was pregnant and everything, but a return to the ring will take even longer. As of this writing, she hasn't gone into Brie mode for roughly a year and a half. That's not necessarily a long time to be away from the ring, especially considering that her career was full-time, and it was pretty much over at that point. A part-time schedule or the occasional match may not be too much. A match at SummerSlam this year may be too much to ask of her. However, WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans next year is the plan. Daniel Bryan is still the GM of SmackDown Live, and Nikki Bella is also a part of the Blue brand. Brie Bella returning to SmackDown seems to be a lock. Only question is when she'll make her return to WWE programming. Most people assume that the Bella twins will reunite for WWE. Nikki Bella is a babyface right now on WWE television. She's taking time off to just heal from nagging injuries regarding her neck. And reuniting the Bella twins really is an easy thing because Brie was a natural babyface during her WWE career. After Daniel Bryan's retirement, Brie may have become a huge babyface for the company if she decided to continue wrestling, but she won't have an issue returning to WWE as a babyface because the fans will be ecstatic to see her back in the ring again if you're into that type of thing. To me, I don't really care. For the foreseeable future, well, I can't say that I don't care, but it's going to add a nice little piece to the SmackDown Live Women's division. That's all I care about. Because right now it's looking a little thin. For the foreseeable future, Brie Bella will be playing the role of mother at home. During her video, she said that she could return to the WWE ring someday. Unfortunately, her fans will need to be patient while she gets back into shape and adjusts to motherhood over time. As she becomes more comfortable, Brie may find that she doesn't have an itch to get back in the ring anymore, and her wrestling career in WWE will be officially over. There's no doubt that Brie mode would be welcome back to SmackDown or even Raw if the powers that be wanted to go in another direction for her comeback. In all likelihood, Brie would only return for one match here and there at pay-per-views like SummerSlam, Survivor Series, or WrestleMania. If WWE officials are thinking outside the box, Brie Bella could return for a role alongside Daniel Bryan as an authority figure on SmackDown. There are many ways for her to get involved on WWE television if she were interested, but only time will tell if Brie mode will return to a WWE ring in one way or another. I would bet money that she does come back and that she's back in the women's division. I don't know if it'll be by the end of the year, but obviously she's got to be at home with the kid. You got to take time away from the ring to do that. I say WrestleMania 34 is the right way to go about it. That's what pretty much gets everybody in the mode to be like, you know what, I don't want to miss WrestleMania. I want to make it a goal of mine to come back. WrestleMania is a great, fucking direction. You look at that, you think about that, that give you all the motivation you need. That's going to be the event or the time frame that we see Brie Bella come back. I'm giving it till WrestleMania. I think anytime soon is going to be a little bit too soon. You know, be at home with your kid. Be at home with your husband and give WrestleMania 34 a shot and make that your end-all, be-all goal if you do want to come back. That's what I'm thinking. I think Brie will come back to the WWE, but it will be for WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans. One last story here, guys, before we end this part 2 of Off the Script. Jeff Jarrett, Double J, reportedly has an expectation for Impact Wrestling talent to work for free. Are you fucking kidding me? If you are on television and if you do the role that you are given perfectly and they call upon you to be a part of a major storyline and you do it perfectly, you should be compensated for it. You should be compensated for it. Nobody works for free. Nobody that's going to give their time is going to work for free, okay? The hill for Impact Wrestling to climb is getting steeper by the second. After being acquired by Anthem, it appeared as if things were going to get much better, and the company was going to focus solely on rebranding the name to become a very distant thing from the negative reputation it has gained over the years. With leadership shuffling around and numerous former Impact Wrestling talent admitting that the pay was not on time, Anthem purchasing the company provided hope that it could steer away from negative flack and once again get over 1 million viewers, as well as less critics. However, Impact executives found themselves in yet another issue regarding the Hardys. For the past few months, Rebby Hardy has been very vocal regarding the relationship with Impact Wrestling, including names such as Ed Norholm, Jeff Jarrett, and Dutch Mantell. Updating her followers on the issue by debunking rumors and calling out certain Twitter posts, Rebby has recently revealed that the Hardys own the broken gimmick and WWE is not negotiating. Reby also stated in a recent Instagram post that she is done reporting on the situation because she is having a baby at any moment. Quote, my lawyers are working on recent BS, so stop expecting anything from me because I'm literally about to have a baby any minute and having already addressed everything there is to address. In what shocked many reporters, Ed Norholm sent out a contract that involved Impact and the Hardys coming to a compromise regarding the broken gimmick. Although Reby stated that the contract released was not updated, although it presented a great deal of information on the timeline of events, the unanimous thought was that it further killed the outlook and level of professionalism Impact Wrestling has. Unfortunately for Matt, he attempted to trademark the broken gimmick, but was unsuccessful in his first attempt. According to Pro Wrestling Sheet, Hardy has to make changes to his initial filing because it identifies only the name of a particular character and personal name. It does not function as a service mark to identify and distinguish applicants' services from those of others and to indicate the source of the applicant's services. So there's been a swarm of controversy regarding Reby's father, Senor Benjamin, on television, working for free in the company. Matt Hardy revealed that he was promised money and never received it, as well as never signed anything regarding rights to air footage of him. This provides an extra level of leverage in the favor of the Hardys. This is not the only case of Impact Wrestling wanting someone to work for free. According to Dave Scherer of the PW Insider, there was a situation where he was going to work for Jarrett in early stages of TNA, as he had already worked alongside Bob Ryder for a different company. When both parties discussed bringing Scherer on, Jarrett expected him to be fine with working a month for free. Moreover, Scherer shared that Jarrett has this old school mentality of people who are working for the business to basically earn their keep. That is fucking ridiculous, man. You know what I think about when I think about that? That old school mentality. My mom was telling me that my grandma went to, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and the Sands Casino, right? Instead of going to Atlantic City, which my grandmother doesn't like going to anymore, she goes to Pennsylvania and the casino out there. I asked my mom, Ma, what did Grandma think of the casino out there? I've never been there. She's like, your grandmother hated it. She doesn't like anything. She's just a bitter old woman. I'm like, why didn't she like it? It's a fucking casino. Got lights and fucking, the sounds and all this shit. All the fucking old geezers are there, having fun and blowing their money away. She was like, Grandma don't like it because it's all digital and it's all visual and the machines aren't the same like they used to. Grandma, it's 2017. It's 2017. You're not going to go back in time into the fucking 1980s and have nothing but the slot machines with the fucking pull-down lever and the ding, 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 ding. None of that. Now they got fucking virtual poker. You don't even need a fucking, or a virtual blackjack. You don't even need a dealer. There's a virtual dealer, a live human being, virtual, handing out fucking cards. Sooner or later, you're not going to have dealers around. And my grandma's complaining about it being visual and there's fucking LEDs all over the place and it's like, whatever. All these themed fucking slot machines. She wants the old school slot machines with the fucking fruit. Now it's I Dream of Jeannie and Jurassic Park and fucking Dumb and Dumber and all this other shit that they got, right? So that's the reason why she didn't like it. That's the old school mentality. Jeff, I think of this story, Jeff Jarrett's old school mentality. You're going to expect someone to work for free? Someone who hasn't been in the business, you want him to work for free to earn his stripes? It's a job! If you're bringing someone on for a job and utilizing them for their time, you have to pay them for their time. No matter what business you're in. I never worked retail 10 years ago. I stepped foot onto the sales floor. Was my boss going to be like, oh, you have to earn your stripes around. You've never been in retail. You don't know anything about selling anything. You're going to have to work for free and learn on the job, and then we'll pay you. Are you fucking ridiculous? Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Again, why would I ever work for Impact Wrestling? Fuck Impact Wrestling. While there have been financial issues reported for a number of years regarding Impact Wrestling and the fact that when you're supposed to get paid, you're not paid on time. If it's a Friday, it better be 3 p.m., 4 p.m. before the end of business that day, I get paid. Not 6 Fridays from then. Ridiculous. Now, financial issues have been reported for a number of years regarding Impact Wrestling. This information is very interesting from the experience Scherer had, coupled with ongoing issues with talent getting paid on time now. The appreciation for their talent has built a very negative perception of a company as a whole from both pro wrestlers and fans. Again, I pose the question, why would you go and work for Impact Wrestling when you know this is how they model their business? I wouldn't. Where am I going to choose, Impact or Ring of Honor? I'm going with fucking Sinclair Broadcasting, motherfucker. I'm going with Ring of Honor. You know? Anyway, with Anthem now at the helm, the hope for Impact Wrestling to look forward and disregard the past, that's what they want to do, but they're not, because they're not letting go of the past. However, with this Broken Hardy saga still going on, there is still very critical elements that they cannot let go of yet. I don't understand. It's ridiculous. That's Jeff Jarrett for you. You can see the mentality from the guy up top. You know, and that bleeds and trickles down, man. If he's thinking that, everybody else is thinking the same thing. Ridiculous. It's not a way to run your business. Absolutely asinine backwards, man. And that's why they're failing. And that's why they will continue to fail. And that's why they will continue to be irrelevant in the world of professional wrestling, man. That is Off the Script. Thank you guys so much for everything, man. If you enjoyed this part 2, just like yesterday, man, I want you guys to fucking demolish that like button right here for part 2 of Off the Script. Thank you guys for everything. I will be back with part 3 of Off the Script on Monday. Thank you all for a great weekend. I am JD. Hit that thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button with that bell for the notification down below. Patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript for your t-shirts. And audibletrial.com/offthescript for 30 days of Audible service for free with 1 free audiobook of your choice. I'm JD. Make it a great Sunday, and I'll see you guys on Monday for part 3 of Off the Script. Until then, take care, and I'll talk to you guys later.